I have a rock tumbler. It's been tumbling for 10 days, 5 days on the second grit. And so we're going to look at it and see how the rocks are doing. Okay, let's see how they did. You can see that when it rubs up against the metal, it starts to grind down a little bit. So we get this black plastic rub on it. But that's not too bad. We just don't want it to like ruin the cap, so I don't have to replace it. Okay, that's how they look. Okay, and my sisters got mad at me last time because I mixed a couple of the rocks up. So this time they each have their own little thing. I'm going to put them in their each own thing so that way they don't get mixed up. Well, this is that red one from last time. It's changed a little bit. It's nice and rounder, but those pretty bands are in it. It's nice. Let's see if there's any squarer ones. Ah, this is that other one. That one's definitely rounder. Okay. I really only need to do a couple. I like them. And it's been 5 days and I'm kind of impatient, so I like those looks, but I want to see them anyway. So that one looks good. And now let's do this one. Gross. Okay. That one just kind of looks this is smoky quartz, I suppose. I didn't see that before. It's pretty though. Okay, let's see. See if I can find one of the ones that I did last time. This stuff is definitely stickier than the last one because the grit is finer. But you can see how the edges are smoothed out a little bit. I got smoother edges, rounder. You still got some pockets, but that's okay. I like that. That's very pretty. Alrighty. I like the look of those, although those aren't the same ones that I looked at last time. Those are. But, okay. I'm going to dump them out because this stuff can't go down the drain. I'm going to dump them out in my yard and then wash them off, and we'll see how they look. Earlier in the day this time, so they're dumping out. The sunlight won't be so bright, but that's okay. Go ahead and dump them out. Okay. Super cute. Don't you just love the color? All right. This is not a very efficient way of doing this, but that's okay. Those are so pretty. You can see that tiger's eye from last time. Some of the sudolite. Alrighty. Those are very pretty too, although darker. Some greens. Very nice. I gotta wash this stuff out of the grass too, but that's how they look. I always thought that like this would be gritty, but it's not. It's just kind of a little sticky. This one is, at least. You can't really feel it. Alrighty, I wanted to look at them in the sunlight a little bit, see how they look. This is that Sudolite from last time. It's very pretty. Turning more into a triangle rather than a teardrop. That's okay. It's the green agate. My sister saw this one, and she thinks this one is a sapphire. I'm not 100% on that, but that's what she thinks, so yeah. Just some really pretty little things. This is part of that. If it wants to focus, hello? Hello? There you go. This is part of that garnet that my sister stuck in there. It's broken apart a couple pieces. It's really worn it down a lot. I don't think we'll get a good piece of garnet out of there. It's also garnet. Ooh, that's very pretty though. I think this is just granite. I do not think this is a mineral or a stone. Well, it's a stone. I don't think this is a gem per se. There's the baby emerald. Sapphire. Jasper. Pretty jasper. Moonstone again. You can't really tell it's moonstone because when it's tumbled, I suppose it loses the little shines. The glints of blue and orange that come out of moonstone. This is it's wet, but it's not very shiny. More sodalite. That's very pretty. Some green things, some other things. Wants to focus. So those are very nice. And then these are the other ones. I don't know what they all are. Like I said previously in my last video, I'm not 100%, but they're very pretty. See, these are starting to dry off now, so it's harder to see them if it wants to focus. No, it doesn't want to focus. Fine. There's the green opal. They've definitely reduced in size some. Euchroite. Whatever. They definitely reduced in size. I remember some of them being a lot larger, but they're tumbling and turning round. This one's very square. It's the fleshy one again. More agate. Come on. Don't focus on that. Focus on this. Okay. Well. So they're very pretty. And I'm proud of how they're turning out. So I'll get them set up for the next step. And the next steps are pre-polish, I believe. And then that will take a week. And we'll see the finished results. Already, I put 6 tablespoons. It's quite a bit in each of the barrels, and I still actually have a little bit left in there, so I'm worried that I didn't measure them out properly, because usually one is supposed to be for like both of them, but I don't want to like overdo it either, because I don't know if overdoing it means it's like worse off or something. But so I have both of them, and I was like, It's really not halfway. That's a little bit less than halfway in the barrel. So I'm kind of worried about this one. And so I'm going to go see if I have any plastic BBs for like an airsoft pistol. And do some research, see if that will be good enough for this. And figure that all out. Okay, I'll put some water in there. And it looks like there's not enough volume. But in this one I put some warble beads because that's what I had. I didn't have any other plastic beads. So I just put the warble beads in there, and it's not the right material, and they stick together when they heat up, and this is an experiment. They also float. So we're going to see how they do. I wouldn't be surprised if they all disintegrate or they all stick together. Because are they sticking together? No, they're not sticking together quite yet. The water's cold. But I'm going to check on them tomorrow, see if that one's doing better or worse. This one I didn't have any more warble beads, so it just gets to be as it is. It doesn't say, I looked at some videos, it didn't say that that's necessarily a bad thing. It said that just for a prettier look, a nicer time, you'll want to use plastic beads. So for the future, I'll get some plastic beads. But for now, this is what we're working with. This is a little bit less than halfway. About here is halfway. And this one is what it is, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on. I'll check on it tomorrow, and then every 48 hours after that, because that's what the instructions said. And then if all goes to plan, 1 week from now we'll have some pre-polished rocks